before humans ventured deep into the darkest jungles, before science unraveled this ancient ecosystem, there already existed a primordial wild world where life followed the harshest rules. Hidden within the vast Congo Basin dwell mysterious creatures, silent predators, and intelligent primates living in the dense darkness of the jungle. A primordial world, mysterious and full of danger. Congo. Welcome to Wild Congo, what lies hidden in the most dangerous jungle in the world. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to create more high-quality content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts below so we can discuss together. Let's begin. There are places on Earth where time itself seems to stand still. The Congo rainforest is one of them, a world where light is ensnared within the high canopy, leaving only faint, ghostly fragments to touch the dark, damp floor below. The air is thick, heavy with humidity, and saturated with the scent of earth, life, and decaying matter. Every step inward is more than just movement through space. It is an immersion into an ecosystem that still obeys nature's most ancient laws. Amidst towering giants and pitch-black rivers, life never fully reveals itself. It hides, it observes, and it waits. Creatures move here without leaving a trace, existing before our eyes while remaining nearly invisible. There are predators strong enough to claim entire territories, and species with forms so strange they evoke an era when the Earth was far more primitive. Beneath the murky waters of the great rivers, predators with blade-like jaws patrol in absolute silence. A single moment of distraction is enough to end a life. On the forest floor, where every footfall touches the unseen, snakes with lethal venoms lie motionless, perfectly camouflaged within their surroundings. High above, within the dense layers of foliage, eyes watch from the shadows, patiently tracking every movement below, waiting for the precise moment to strike. In this place, sound is not mere noise, it is a signal. Silence is not peace, it is often the warning of an approaching shadow. Every level of this landscape hides its own stories, where life and death coexist in a fragile yet precise balance. This journey takes us through one of the most mysterious and hostile ecosystems on the planet. A world where nature does not mask its true essence, and where beauty and brutality merge into a single relentless whole. As we venture deeper into the jungle, we begin to see the creatures that have evolved to thrive here. Those who do not merely survive, but dominate the darkness of their own world. At the heart of Africa, the Congo River twists like a colossal serpent, dark, deep, and utterly unpredictable. Beneath a surface stained reddish-brown by silt, the current carves through submerged rocks, creating corridors of oxygen-rich rapids that spill into deep pits where light vanishes after only a few meters. This is a world where sight is choked off, where sound is swallowed by the current, and where every living thing must develop senses that surpass ordinary limits to survive. From within that murky gloom, a colossal shape silently emerges. A long, powerful, and aerodynamic body, honed like a spear, glides through the main current. Its greyish-silver scales catch the dying light before fading back into the darkness. This is the Goliath tigerfish, one of the most fearsome freshwater predators on Earth. It can reach lengths of over 1.5 meters and weigh dozens of kilograms, but its size is only part of its legend. What truly makes it an executioner is a jaw armed with teeth as long and sharp as daggers, interlocking with the precision of a mechanical trap. When those jaws snap shut, the prey is not just caught, it is instantly impaled. Unlike other predatory fish that rely on pressure to crush, the Goliath tigerfish pierces and tears. Its teeth can puncture the thick scales and muscle of large fish, leaving even the strongest prey with no hope of escape. It is the apex predator of the Congo River system, capable of bringing down fish of similar or even greater size. Its body is a masterpiece of biological engineering for this hostile environment. Its elongated frame minimizes resistance, while its massive tail provides explosive bursts of acceleration. Its powerful musculature allows it to hold its position in raging currents without wasting energy. In an environment where visibility is nearly zero, it does not hunt with its eyes, but through vibration. The slightest ripple generated by a prey animal is registered by its body and translated into precise coordinates of location and distance. In a narrow stretch of the river, where water is forced through rocky reefs, a small school of fish attempts to navigate the treacherous whirlpools. They move in chaotic unison as the current becomes erratic. At the edge of a slower vortex, the Goliath tigerfish remains motionless. There is no rush, no wasted motion. It waits for the school's order to collapse. That moment arrives in a heartbeat. In a single instant, the stillness shatters. The massive body launches like an underwater arrow. The mouth gapes wide, and the jaws snap shut in a flash. The long teeth sink deep into the prey before it can even react. There is no chase, no second chance. In this river, everything is decided in a single strike. This combination of power, speed and absolute precision has made the Goliath tigerfish the true sovereign of the Congo. It does not just hunt, it exerts a constant pressure on the entire ecosystem. Smaller fish are forced to move faster, stay sharper, and adapt better just to stay alive. The weak and the slow are culled almost instantly. In this dark, violent world, the Goliath tigerfish doesn't need to appear often to prove its dominance. Its mere presence has forced the entire river to adapt. Beneath the deep, silted layers of the Congo, where light cannot reach and mystery remains intact, it continues its silent patrol, a living embodiment of fear. A place where the line between life and death is defined by a single, perfectly timed bite. Within the carpet of rotting leaves that covers the African forest floor, there is a world that moves so slowly it appears frozen. Every footstep creates a sound, every vibration hums through the soft earth. Yet there are beings here that exist without leaving a single trace. This predator does not merely appear, it has been there all along. A thick, heavy, motionless mass lies hidden within the leaf litter. The patterns on its body perfectly mimic the browns, yellows and blacks of the decaying forest. These zigzagging lines and complex patches of color shatter the outline of its body, making it nearly impossible for the human eye to tell where the snake begins and the rotting leaves end. This is the gaboon viper, one of nature's most flawless masters of camouflage. Its body is massive, often exceeding 2 meters, yet that bulk does not make it easy to find. On the contrary, its wide, flat shape allows it to hug the ground, merging completely into the earth. Its large, triangular head is more than a warning of its lethality. It is the housing for a highly advanced venom system. Its 2 fangs are longer than those of any other snake, reaching over 5 centimeters. They fold away when idle and deploy like spring-loaded blades when it strikes. But the true power of the gaboon viper is not speed. It is absolute patience. It can remain still for hours, even days, without shifting an inch. While other predators must hunt, the gaboon viper lets the hunt come to it. Every movement is minimized to avoid alerting its victims. Even its breathing is slow, nearly imperceptible. A small rodent scurries through the leaves, stops to sniff, and moves on. It has no idea that death is only inches away. The strike is so fast it is practically invisible. In an explosive burst, the snake's head lunges, the fangs deploy, and they sink deep into the prey. The venom is injected at high pressure, a cocktail of toxins that liquefy tissue and collapse the circulatory system. Unlike snakes that hold their prey, the gaboon viper usually bites and releases, backing away to wait. It knows its venom will finish the job. Usually, it takes only minutes. This ambush strategy allows it to conserve energy in an environment where meals are hard-won. It doesn't need to be faster than its prey, only more precise in the decisive moment. Perfect camouflage, a lightning strike, and devastating venom make it the ultimate predator of the forest floor. The presence of the gaboon viper keeps rodent and small animal populations in check, maintaining the ecosystem's balance. Though rarely seen, its influence is felt across every layer of the dead leaves. In a world where everything moves to survive, the gaboon viper chooses a different path. Absolute stillness, fading into the environment until it vanishes. Emerging only at the moment when there is no turning back for its prey. In the vast swamps of Central Africa, where the water is as flat as a mirror and vegetation grows so thick it swallows every path, there exists a world nearly severed from the rest of nature. A thin mist hangs over the water. Pale grey light filters through the aquatic plants, and even a tiny ripple is enough to expose the life hidden beneath. In this landscape of stillness, a tall figure stands as part of the terrain itself. The shoebill remains motionless in the shallows, its long, steady legs balanced on the soft mud. Its entire body takes on the somber hues of the swamp. From a distance, it is indistinguishable from the vegetation, but as you draw closer, its prehistoric form is revealed. Its massive, thick beak is shaped like an ancient wooden shoe, one of the most recognizable features in the avian world. Standing over a meter tall, the shoebill's bluish-grey plumage allows it to disappear into the humid gloom. Its large eyes are forward-facing, a rare trait for a bird, giving it the depth perception to track prey with lethal accuracy. This focus, combined with its ability to keep its head and neck perfectly still, allows it to monitor the water for hours without giving away its position. Beneath the still water, life moves in the shadows. Large fish, like the African lungfish or catfish, stir in the mud and roots. The shoebill does not hunt by pursuit. It hunts with absolute patience. It can stand frozen for nearly an hour, waiting for the moment a fish must surface for air. When that moment comes, the silence shatters. Its neck snaps forward with terrifying speed, and that massive beak hits the water with force, accurate to the millimeter. It doesn't just grab the prey. The beak acts like a massive clamp, trapping the fish along with a rush of water. The shoebill then lifts its head, tilting the beak to drain the water while retaining the prey before swallowing it whole. This is incredibly effective in the swamp. That beak can handle large, slippery fish and even thick-skinned creatures with ease, marking the shoebill as an apex predator of the wetlands. Its presence helps maintain the fragile balance of these marshes, controlling the populations of fish and amphibians. Though it moves rarely and calls even less, it is a vital link in the food chain. In a place where time seems to slow, the shoebill exists as a bridge between the present and prehistory, silently ruling the swamp. In the depths of the African rainforest, where ancient trunks soar tens of meters, and foliage intertwines into a vast, dense vault, light is reduced to a few dying embers on the ground. The air is heavy and humid, saturated with the smell of earth and decaying life. In this dark green labyrinth, formal paths do not exist. There are only the blurred trails of those large enough to carve them. Through this gloom, a family moves. Massive bodies push silently through vines and fallen trees with slow, deliberate steps. Leaves tremble, branches bow, and their presence is revealed in the brief gaps between the vegetation. At the center of the troop, a colossal figure leads the way, his alert gaze scanning the surroundings. This is the eastern gorilla, the largest primate on Earth. An adult male, or silverback, can weigh over 200 kilograms. His massive frame is more than just a symbol of power. It is the foundation of the family. The saddle of silver hair across his back marks his maturity and his undisputed status as leader. With immense arms and powerful muscles, he can snap thick branches, opening routes through the jungle that few other species could navigate. Yet, that strength is rarely used for aggression. He is a force of stability, maintaining order and protecting the vulnerable. Their lives follow a slow, structured rhythm. Gorillas spend the bulk of their day foraging, roaming the forest for tender leaves, shoots, soft stems, and ripe fruits. Their digestive systems are tuned to a high-fiber diet, allowing them to process vast amounts of plant matter to fuel their giant bodies. With nimble hands, they strip leaves from branches, peeling away the outer layers to reach the edible core. Every motion is efficient, conserving energy in an environment where resources are scattered. In this peaceful scene, the young play nearby, riding on their mothers' backs or testing their strength on low-hanging limbs. Social bonds are constant, reinforced through grooming, touch, and low-frequency vocalizations that keep the troop together. This tight social weave is what allows them to survive a risky environment where isolation is a death sentence. But this calm should not be mistaken for weakness. When a threat emerges, the atmosphere shifts instantly. The silverback moves to the front, positioning himself between the danger and his family. His body swells, his hair bristles, and he begins a series of warning displays. He thunders his chest with his hands, a sound that resonates through the thickest forest. The deep roar that follows is not just to intimidate. It is a declaration that this family is under his protection. A gorilla's strength is found not in the fight, but in the power to prevent one. As they move and feed, gorillas disperse seeds through their waste, helping to regenerate the forest. The trails they leave behind become highways for other species. In a world where power is often equated with brutality, the eastern gorilla represents a different strength. One built on control, responsibility, and unity. In the deep African jungle, this giant doesn't need to conquer to be king. His presence alone is a symbol of balance and natural order. In the dark, claustrophobic jungles of Africa, where the undergrowth rarely feels the sun's warmth and the ground is perpetually damp, a heavy, somber world exists, governed by its own laws. Sound is muffled by the soft earth, light is scattered by the leaves, and movement is a blur. Here, creatures large enough to make the jungle shake move with a haunting silence. The giant forest hog walks through the leaf litter with a heavy yet quiet gait, his massive body gliding along natural paths carved over generations. Weighing over 250 kilograms, he is a solid mass of muscle covered in a coat of thick black hair, a shield against thorns, insects, and the dense underbrush. Despite his fearsome look, the giant forest hog lives in structured family groups. An adult male takes the lead, not through frequent violence, but by providing stability and protection. While foraging, the group spreads out, staying in touch through low grunts nearly inaudible to others. His powerful snout is a multi-purpose tool, churning the soil for roots, tubers, and fallen fruit. This strength allows them to access food sources hidden from other species. In doing so, they inadvertently plough the forest floor, accelerating decomposition and enriching the entire ecosystem. In the dense gloom of the forest, where life remains hidden behind layers of foliage, the giant forest hog exists as a silent power, one that doesn't need to boast, for the jungle itself gives way when he advances. In parts of the African jungle where light almost never touches the ground, a rarely seen creature moves slowly through the night. Its body is encased in natural armor of large, overlapping scales, a sight that feels like a relic from another era. Discreet and nearly invisible within the ancient shadows, it roams the forest for food. This is the giant pangolin, one of Africa's most enigmatic mammals. It can reach over a meter in length, including its heavy tail. Unlike most mammals, it has no teeth. Instead, it uses an incredibly long, sticky tongue to feed. Its hard scales form a nearly impenetrable ball when it senses danger. At night, it uses a keen sense of smell and powerful claws to tear into ant hills and termite mounds. It shatters these structures with ease, flicking its tongue to consume hundreds of insects in minutes. Silent and patient, it is a vital guardian of the forest's balance. In the most remote reaches of the jungle, where humans are almost never seen, dwell the most mysterious chimpanzees ever studied. Among the giant trees, these primates move with a heightened sense of alert. For years, stories spoke of unusual chimpanzees, larger and more fearsome than the rest. These legends gave rise to the billy ape. These chimpanzees are famous for their size, with some reaching the proportions of a small gorilla. Their broad faces and upright gait often confuse observers from a distance. They are known to nest on the ground more than other populations, a behavior that fascinates researchers. Like all chimps, they are intelligent and omnivorous. They spend their days searching for fruit, seeds, and small animals, sometimes coordinating in complex hunts. They remain one of the most intriguing mysteries of the African wilds. Within the jungle's protected sanctuaries lives a lesser-known relative of an African icon. Discreet and reserved, it walks the natural trails and quiet streams of the ancient forest. Smaller and more reclusive than its savanna cousin, this is the pygmy hippo. Though pygmy in name, it is a robust animal weighing over 200 kilograms. Its compact frame and dark skin allow it to navigate the dense brush with ease. Unlike common hippos that crowd large rivers, the pygmy hippo prefers the solitude of forest streams and hidden swamps. At night, it emerges to forage for leaves, fallen fruit, and aquatic plants. Moving alone along ancestral paths, it is a strong and territorial survivor, perfectly adapted to the closed canopy of the rainforest. Though threatened by poaching, many now find sanctuary in conservation parks where they are protected, allowing visitors a rare glimpse into the daily life of this magnificent animal. Among the winding rivers and forest trails, an animal of vibrant color moves with startling agility through the lower levels. Its bright red coat contrasts sharply with white patches on its face and ears, a striking appearance even in the densest thickets. Often seen in small, alert groups, it is a constant watcher of the woods. This is the red river hog, one of the most distinctive mammals of the African jungle. It has a muscular body and sharp tusks used for both digging and defense. Its long ears end in tufts of light hair that stand out against the dark forest. They live in tight-knit families, where every member stays vigilant while foraging. They find their meals on the forest floor, using sensitive snouts to overturn logs and soil for roots, insects, and fallen fruit. In their search, they help disperse seeds and regenerate the woods, always ready to vanish into the shadows at the first sign of trouble. Within the dense African forest, where the canopy overlaps in endless layers and light filters down in thin, weak threads, a world of shadows and sophisticated movement develops in silence. The humid air and the scent of earth mingle, and every gap between the trees can become a perfect hiding place. Life here is often felt through minute vibrations before it is ever seen. Through this world, a predator moves without a sound. The forest leopard glides through the brush, muscles rippling rhythmically beneath its skin. Its golden coat, dappled with dark rosettes, is a masterpiece of camouflage, shattering its silhouette in the flickering light of the ancient jungle. When it stands still, it simply ceases to exist to the eye, merging into the light and shadow so completely that even prey just feet away cannot see it. The leopard's body is a balance of strength and flexibility. Its spine is built for powerful leaps, its forelimbs for a crushing grip, and its teeth for a swift, precise kill. Unlike predators that rely on speed, the leopard relies on a silent approach and a sudden explosion of power. This is what makes it the ultimate hunter of the dense jungle. Between the fallen logs, a small antelope moves slowly, pausing to listen. It has no idea it has been tracked for a long time. The leopard drops low, creeping forward, using every shadow. The distance narrows from meters to mere feet, yet the prey suspects nothing. When the moment comes, the stillness shatters. The leap is as fast as lightning, propelled by the extreme thrust of its hind legs. In a heartbeat, the prey is caught, the claws lock on, and the jaws find their mark. The hunt is over before the jungle can react. But the leopard's strategy doesn't end with the kill. In a world of competing predators, keeping the prize is as vital as the hunt. With incredible strength, it drags its kill up into a tree. High above the ground, it can eat in safety, far from lions or hyenas. Its climbing ability is a central pillar of its survival. Trunks are not obstacles. They are sanctuaries, lookouts, and larders. Its patience is just as fearsome. It can lie motionless for hours, watching every movement of the jungle before deciding to strike. As an apex predator, it regulates the forest's populations. Its presence forces others to be sharper and faster. In a world where everything hides in the shadows, the leopard needs no roar to assert its power. It is a ghost of the jungle, ruled by silence and absolute precision. In the depths of the Congo Basin, where rivers divide the land and giant trees bridge the earth and sky, a subtle network of sound resonates. The rustle of leaves and the swaying of branches are joined by the high-pitched calls of a primate that communicates in ways deeper than we can perceive. The bonobo moves with startling coordination. Its slender frame and long arms allow it to swing through the branches or walk softly on the forest floor. Their faces are expressive, their eyes bright and observant, reflecting a deep awareness of their world and their group. As one of our closest relatives, they share much of our morphology and social complexity. Unlike many other primates, bonobo society is built on cooperation and strong bonds, particularly among females. This creates a stable social structure where conflicts rarely lead to violence. Tension is resolved through complex social interactions, keeping the group in balance. It is one of the most striking examples of a peaceful society in the animal kingdom. Throughout the day, the group roams the forest for food, fruit, leaves, and occasionally small invertebrates. Foraging is more than survival. It is a social event. They share meals and adjust their pace to ensure no one is left behind. Communication is central to their lives. They use a vast range of sounds to transmit information about food or warn of danger. Gestures and facial expressions carry subtle meanings, expressing emotion and intent. This combination creates a rich, flexible language. In quiet moments, when light filters through the trees, they sit together, grooming and maintaining soft contact. These simple acts build the trust and reduce the stress that forms the foundation of their sustainable society. As they move, they disperse seeds, aiding the forest's regeneration and shaping the very ecosystem they call home. In a world of competition, the bonobo offers a different path, one where cooperation and unity are the keys to existence. In the heart of the jungle, where sunlight is shattered into thin golden threads on the damp ground, lies a world of mystery. Towering trunks stand like pillars, and the brush is so thick that all movement vanishes within a few steps. Here, some choose to exist through absolute discretion. Between the flickering lights, an elegant figure glides. The bongo antelope moves softly through the brush, its large frame surprisingly fluid. Its vibrant reddish-brown coat glows in the light, but is broken by vertical white stripes that make it vanish within the patches of shadow. This is nature's camouflage, helping it disappear while standing still among the ancient trees. With a length of over 2 meters and horns exceeding a meter, the bongo is one of Africa's most impressive antelopes. Both males and females carry these spiraled horns, which they use to clear paths through the dense undergrowth. Their large, mobile ears catch the faintest sounds, while their keen smell detects danger from afar. Despite their size, they are reclusive, staying in the densest thickets where predators struggle to reach. They rely on their ability to slip through narrow passages where their large bodies can still maneuver with grace. They forage selectively, choosing nutrient-rich leaves and fruit. Their long, flexible tongues help them reach low branches. They feed at dawn or dusk when the light is low, minimizing the risk of a deadly encounter. When the jungle goes quiet, the bongo freezes. Every sense is tuned to its surroundings. At any sign of trouble, it can vanish in seconds. This discretion makes them incredibly difficult to see in the wild, even for experts. As herbivores, they help shape the forest structure, contributing to the cycle of the ecosystem. In the forest layers where light and shadow meet, the bongo exists as a rare red jewel, a reminder that in the wild, true beauty is often hidden. In the quiet rivers of the jungle, a creature dwells that looks unlike any other turtle. Its flattened body and soft shell make it seem like a relic from another lineage. Often buried in the riverbed, it watches the world in silence. This is the African soft-shell turtle. Its flexible shell is covered in a thick, durable skin rather than hard plates. Its long neck and snorkel-like snout allow it to breathe while almost entirely submerged in the mud, hiding it from view. When prey passes by, it strikes with the speed of a lightning bolt, its powerful jaws clamping down instantly. Most of its life is spent in this patient ambush, a highly efficient hunter of the stagnant waters. When night falls, the unusual creatures awaken. Among the high branches, a bat with a bizarre silhouette prepares for the hunt. Its wide head creates a strange profile against the night sky. This is the hammer-headed bat, one of the jungle's strangest inhabitants. Males have disproportionately large heads to amplify their calls during breeding season, giving them a unique look among all bats. Their broad wings carry them long distances in search of fruit. Despite their look, They are gentle fruit eaters. Their keen smell finds fruit trees throughout the forest, and in their nightly travels they become vital seed dispersers. In the deep stillness of the jungle, an animal dwells that was long thought to be little more than a legend. For centuries, it was a ghost of the dense forest, only officially confirmed by science in the early 20th century. This is the okapi, one of Africa's most mysterious inhabitants. It looks like a strange mosaic of different species. Its body resembles a small giraffe, while its legs carry the white stripes of a zebra, perfect camouflage for the flickering jungle light. Despite this look, it is the giraffe's closest living relative. Seeing one in the wild today remains an extraordinary rarity. They are incredibly discreet, living in the most inaccessible reaches of the forest, often under the protection of dedicated sanctuaries. High above the forest floor, a predator monitors the world below from the vast green ocean of the canopy. Among the high limbs and thermal currents, one of Africa's most powerful raptors patrols its kingdom. This is the African crowned eagle, the sovereign of the jungle sky. With its massive wings and crushing talons, it can bring down surprisingly large prey. Monkeys and small antelopes are its targets. Its flight is silent, allowing it to strike without warning. It dives through the branches with startling speed, its talons locking onto its prey with enough force to kill instantly. It then carries its prize to the high branches to feed in safety, ruling the upper forest as a true queen of the skies. Despite its power, it spends much of its time in patient observation. From its high perch, it scans every detail below with vision sharp enough to catch the smallest movement in the brush.